internal and external recruitment. Here's what we are going to look at. What is internal recruitment? What is external recruitment? What are the advantages of internal recruitment? And what are the advantages of external recruitment? We'll also look at the disadvantages of both methods for recruitment. First, internal recruitment. Right, internal recruitment occurs where a company will recruit its workforce from the existing employees. So the workforce will be hired from the existing employees. That is what we refer to as internal recruitment. So in internal recruitment, we will never hire the workers from outside the organization, but we take those ones who are already part and parcel of the company. That is, those ones who are part of us as an organization. In contrast, when we are looking at external recruitment, we hire the workforce from individuals who are not part and parcel of the organization. Alright? So that is recruitment which is done by getting the potential job candidates from outside the organization. And there are various ways which can be used to get those employees. One method is use of job adverts. Now, the job adverts can be posted on social media. They can also be posted in magazines. They can also be posted in daily or weekly newspapers. Adverts can also be placed on radio and television. Other than that, we can also use recruitment agencies. So we have recruitment agencies like Lorimark, industrial psychology consultants, CV people, Talent Hedge, recruitment agents, just to name a few. And now those recruitment agencies, they act on behalf of an employer. Alright, so they invite the job candidates, they conduct the interviews, and after conducting the interviews, they select the best candidate. But then they charge, the recruitment agencies, they'll charge the employer or the company which needs that job. Some recruitment agencies may charge the employee as well. Alright, that is a situation which happens with the recruitment agencies. Other than recruitment agencies, some companies go to vocational training centers, they go to colleges, they go to universities. So if companies who approach a university that we need students who are about to finish their degree and want them to join us at our company. Alright, so there is sort of that arrangement. Most accounting firms are used to recruit with that method, that they approach a university and they request students who are studying for accounting, and then the students are recruited whilst they are actually at the university. Alright, so that's use of colleges, university, and vocational training centers. Sometimes for external recruitment, it might be word of mouth or referrals, which can be used to get the employees. Right, whereas when we are looking at internal, we don't have any different types. It's simply a hiring from the existing workers, from the pool of workers whom we have, then we fill the vacancy. All right, so that's the point for internal recruitment. Now, what are the advantages of internal recruitment? You find that it's very cheaper. A company doesn't need to pay any costs to hire the new or extra staff. So company doesn't need to pay any extra costs to hire the new staff. The other benefit for internal recruitment is that it's less costly. Alright, and we have already indicated that it's less time consuming. So less costly, it's not time consuming. Alright, company doesn't have to pay anything, and it doesn't take time. It doesn't not also take time. Alright, so sometimes the employee might have to go through an interview even if they are internal, but the processes are simplified. There is no need for background checks. There is no need for maybe aptitude test or psychometric test, since the employee is already known to the organization. Alright, so there is trust and confidence that this employee will know him or her, and for that reason the process is fast tracked when we are hiring from this one which you are saying is part of the organization. The other benefit for internal recruitment is that the employee knows the culture of the organization, so they are likely to fit in much more easier than getting an external employee. Alright, so most organizations would prefer to hire internally than externally. Why? Because we are looking at ways of filling the vacancy. Alright, the employee who have been with us, who knows everything of what will have been happening within the business organization, so that will actually perform much more better. The other benefit of internal recruitment is that the employee who not need more time on induction training. So it shortens the induction training process. Alright, so there is process of what is called induction training, that is getting the new employee to familiarize themselves with the organization and their duties or job. So for induction training, maybe the same employee might have carried out those tasks maybe on a part-time basis, or maybe on a part of job rotation or a job enrichment, and now they are now being given that role or job on a full-time basis. Then the other part which we now want to look at are the advantages of what do you call external recruitment. Advantages of external recruitment. Now, on the advantages of external recruitment, we are looking at that there is the injection of new blood into the organization. There is injection of fresh ideas into the company. Right? So the company should be able to grow. But it can only grow when new ideas are brought in. So we need new ideas. We need new thinking. As long as there is no new thinking, then the company might not be able to grow. Right? So injection of fresh or new ideas are required, and then that is only provided by external recruitment. Due to the fact that the pool of candidates is very big and wider, the candidates who are likely to come from external recruitment will in most cases be higher performers compared to internal recruitment. The other benefit of internal recruitment is that it prevents a resentment which is likely to occur among the workforce when one of them has been elevated or promoted. So in some of the cases there might be a feeling of jealous that why have you elevated, why have you promoted this person other than me. Alright, so under such a situation, when one employee is promoted or elevated, recruited internally, the other workers might not be happy. They might think that they have been favoritism. So if they think that they have been favoritism, they won't be happy. But then that is prevented when we are using external recruitment. But against those benefits, there are quite a number of disadvantages associated with the external recruitment. There are quite a number of disadvantages of external recruitment. First one, external recruitment is very costly. Whether we are using adverts in the press, newspapers or magazines, whether we are using recruitment agencies, we have to pay. So it's very expensive in terms of financial resources. Company, we have to pay money. Whereas when we are looking at the internal recruitment, there is no money which is paid at all. The other disadvantage of external recruitment is that it's time consuming. Right? It takes time. You post the advert, job advert, then the potential job candidates, they send their CVs. After CVs are sent and application letters are sent, then you go into the process of shortlisting candidates. After the candidates have been shortlisted, then you go to conducting of the interviews and various tests. Carry out background checks. You confirm with the previous employers for that employee, and all those things, they take a lot of time. So I find that for external recruitment, it might be days, weeks, or for higher level posts, even several months for the whole process to be finished. Alright, then the other disadvantage for external recruitment is that it might result in a way, doesn't actually result in motivation it doesn't improve the morale of some workers compared to internal recruitment. When the worker is elevated, there are chances for advancement or rise in their pay, the duties which they'll be carrying out. All those things will still start to take place. But then when we're hiring from outside the organization, that employee is not motivated at the end because he hasn't been part of us. But if we hire from within the organization that is internal, when we elevate or promote that employee, he or she will feel motivated. Right, so those are some of the disadvantages of external recruitment. Right, so we'll end here, and on the next lesson we'll then look at the disadvantages of internal recruitment. Right, cheers.